Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are putting together this 81 Z28 after somebody had taken just about every nut and bolt off this car for unknown reasons other than to restore it. Have you been following along? But two Z28s and a parts car from a local junkyard's going out of business. This one was just completely taken apart, and we're starting to put it back together. So last video we got this back end together, put in a window, a trunk spring, taillights, bumper, reinforcement, spoiler. We got a bunch of stuff done, and other stuff. We repaired this. It had some rust here. Repaired that. Put a little gold paint on there because we're gonna put all this trim. You got a chrome trim, then you got the channel for the weather stripping. We're gonna put all that together, and then eventually put in these doors. I said he took everything apart. No door latches, no nothing, just gutted. So this came supposedly with all the parts to put it back together, but we are missing some parts. A lot of stuff we got to buy new, weather stripping, probably carpet, crap like that. So we got the floors ordered. Not as cheap as some people think. $466 for all the floors. Got to put a windshield in it. We're gonna try to seal it up, get it all sealed from the weather. That's the main goal, because if you want to put anything back into this car, new carpet, throw the interior pieces and stuff in there, you don't want to get it all rained on and stuff. Okay, so when this is all the parts came off of it, all this stuff here, plus we got the fenders and the hood and the bumper cover back over where it came from, where I dumped it off over there along with the other Z28. We'll look at that this video in case you're new. But yeah, last video started to put this together, and then before that we went over all three of them when I bought them from the junkyard. As you can see, all the AC stuff, air wiring, harness, everything's just gutted. There's all the window regulators. Rear end's barely in there. It's missing all the shocks and stuff. So we got boxes and boxes of parts. Radiator support there, one there. We got to put together a good one. So we're just trying to put together stuff as we go. Okay, so when I left it off last video, because it was like an hour and a half long, I started putting this front end together. The sway bar was off. Why would you even take a sway bar off? But it was off. Luckily, he had a new package of bushing type body mounts and all that, and it came with the sway bar mounts. So we got the sway bar link ends in there, and I found the mounts to mount it on there. This is the thicker bar for the Z28. The problem is the other car we're going to build after this, it's missing, so we got to put on a smaller one. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Found the receipts, found out this whole front end was rebuilt 5 years ago. All new bushings, ball joints, shocks, calipers, got the brake booster stuff there, new rotors. So a big plus right there. We don't know how good they put it back. We don't know how good they put it together though. We're gonna have to check over everything. Okay, so when I left it off last video, I was getting this front bumper assembly together, and this was it here. Had a hell of a time finding this, but it's bent. Bent there, cracked there. You can tell right here it was dented. You know, so it got hit here and tweaked this over a little bit. I don't think it damaged the frame, although where the bolts go in, you can see it bulged out a little bit there. I don't have these tightened up all the way. So yeah, if I had some torches, I would heat that up and dolly it out a little bit, but I just made it fit. So we had, was the assembly that goes on, and then this big rebar with this little, I don't know if this is eaten up by rats or what, probably. This little plastic reinforcement goes on there, and then the rubber bumper cover would go over top of that, and the headers with the headlights and all that. So if you ever wanted to know what was underneath the plastic bumper covers on one of these Camaros or Trans Ams, Firebirds, this is what it looks like. Okay, so that was bent up, plus I had no bolts. I couldn't find any bolts to bolt this up. Couldn't find these bolts, couldn't find the bolts that from here to here. None of that. Although I got a whole tub of bolts, I couldn't find these specific ones. So luckily I have a couple of parts cars. So all this assembly here is off of 77, and they're pretty much identical. It's the same length here. So on a 74 to 77, they have the big aluminum bumpers, and that would mount to this. They actually have big springs in there, and then that big aluminum bumper would fit. On this one, since it's got the rubber bumpers, it's got this big rebar and this that bolt to this. Okay, so I put all that together loosely. I said it's just kind of sitting in there, but it looks pretty tough. Could take quite a hit, I would think. But anyway, that's the way it looks. Wanted to go over. So what one of the differences is, see where this bolts onto that front bar. See how slotted these are? See, these old cars have lots of room for adjustment. So you could put it in there and move it, you know, move it to the right a couple inches, left a couple inches. And this rebar has the hole like this, so you could adjust it up and down. So that still has that, because it's off this car. But this bar from the 77 does not have the slotted holes. It just has one hole in each one, mainly because it just bolts to that spring arch, and then that spring arch you could adjust the front bumper. So I was going to use a die grinder and slot them out, so we'll have some adjustment this way and this way, but I didn't. I just stuck them in there, and it lined right up to the holes on this rebar. So that's it for now. Do I want to take it apart and slot them just in case I gotta adjust this? Probably not. These, not right now anyway. And these bars were from the 77. And you can tell these are straight. Although these could be bent from being hit, I don't think they are. We can check on the other 80 Z28. But anyway, that's from the 77. And then these are, that came with the car. So I just kind of stuck them on there. So that's basically, so I'm going to throw these back out in by the parts car. Maybe use them for something. So anyway, I put all that together off camera. So we got a fresh start on putting other stuff on here. So yeah, I'm going to throw that out there. Okay, I thought I'd just show you that. Now, should I have painted it all up and everything? Yeah, I probably should have. But the main goal is to get this thing assembled back together, resembling a car, because, man. Okay, so, I'm actually starting this video because I did this last night and it's fresh on my mind. But I'm gonna be putting the floors in this one. So let me do that job and video, and then we're gonna get back to this and decide. By the time I get back to this in a couple of days, the weather stripping and the floor should be in. Whether I want to do that or not next, we got tons of parts to put back together on this. So whatever I feel like putting back together, that's what we'll do. So anyway, I'll be back with this one here in a couple days. Okay guys, got a product to show you. Wolfbox jump starter with air compressor. Now, like I said all along, everybody should have one of these in your car, especially one with an air compressor. So it comes with a nice little carrying case. Open her up. Okay, there's your jumper cables. There's your air compressor adapter. Then these are little adapters for, you know, you want to air up a football or bicycle tire or something. Then your charging cord. It's a MegaVolt 16 air, MegaVolt 24 air user manual. Pretty good size. Man. Power on. Start the car. Here's all for error messages and steps to inflate it, stuff like that. So, got all the instructions. Yeah, I got a flashlight. Let me turn on the power here. Showing 3 bars. That's for the okay. There's the light. Looks like a LED light. Latches. Okay, let me there's where the jumper cables go. You put the jumper cables on and we'll well, let me see here. Do this all in one, hang on. Okay. Oh, it's got a little, oh, it does got a little booster. Okay, Let's try her on, I got a dead battery on my Nomad. If I charge it up for a long time, it'll stay charged for a few days, but I just don't drive it very much. Okay, so I'll show you it's gonna be dead. Yeah, see, nothing. Completely dead. Put my phone up here. So we'll see what it does with a completely dead battery. Is correct. I heard something. My dash cam.
Calibrate the time manually.
Dash cam says some stuff. Okay. It's keys on, ignition. There it is. Starts a completely dead battery. That's a dash.
Abnormal time detected. Please calibrate the time manually.
Well, that's all it takes. Guess we should try that tire a little bit low. We can try the air compressor. I don't have the or do I have let me go over here. I know what tire. This tire here is flat for the roller tire I'm using for the Camaro. Okay. So just screw this in here. Okay. It may be off the bead a little bit, so I'm not sure if it's gonna take, I don't know what it did here. Got on a kilometers or something. There we go, there's PSI. We got 33. Oh. No, I turned it off. Okay, how do we turn on the air compressor? Okay. Off the bead a little bit. There's the compressor. Oh yeah. Clear enough. Okay guys, well, I'll put a link in underneath the video in the description, and check them out. Like I said, everybody should have one. Keep it all in the charge it up and then keep it in the trunk of your car. It'll be there for a long time. Okay. Okay, guys. Welcome back. I just spent about 25-30 hours welding in all new floors on the 67, and it looks like I got to do the same to this one. I don't know if we're going to do all of it right now. We're going to do the back section. So here's what I got. Came in for it. They all came in different packages. 3 sections and 3 packages. This one obviously is different manufacturer because it's black. Those ones are not finished. This one's made in Taiwan. So this is the whole back floor underneath the seat section, it's called. These are not usually included when you buy a full floor or half floor sections like that. So just be wary of that. They did come with the seat. The back little buckets clip into here to hold them down. So they did come with that. So that's pretty good. I haven't looked at these real close. I opened the first package, it was beat to hell, and I thought it was bent the way it was made. I noticed this corner here is all bent. Then it's got slits in it here to make it fit, because I don't know if it was Bumblebee. Remember, Bumblebee had some patches already in it, and I finished them off, or made one patch and finished the other patch off, and I can't remember if I did the front floors. But anyway, I bought some little sections like this for something, and man, they weren't even the right contours. They didn't fit at all. I had to really beat to make them fit. So I don't know if these ones are going to be the same way. We're not going to fit them in quite yet and see. These ones do not show where they're made, although there is a date on it, March 25th, 2025. So we don't know. And these are all little bugs from last night. Yeah, we don't know where they're made. Like I said, that's what they're doing now, is just not putting who makes them now to beat the tariffs. So anyway, okay, so we're just going to look at this. We're not obviously not going to put in the whole thing. We don't need all this stuff that goes in behind the quarter panel and all that, or the hump. So let's just take a look and see what we need and make sure it's the right contour. Now the bottom of this is all beat to hell from being forklift around and stuff like that. So I don't think it's too bad up here, but of course right here is the main section. So I don't know, we're gonna you guys watching with headphones, but you want to see me work, some of you. Basically, we're probably just going to cut around this lip here. You know, we're not going to get into the seatbelt things, or like I said, it comes all the way into here, goes in behind the quarter and the rocker and all that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to section it in there. I think this side here, same way. Blocking the light. this one's, we're gonna take that out. A lot worse around here, so we're gonna have to cut that one up to here somewhere. Yeah, this one's a lot worse, and a lot worse here. A lot worse here and here. We'll see how, let's see how far that comes down. Yeah, I guess this is kind of wavy and stuff, but see, this is all bent up here too. She's crusty right there too. It's yeah, this one's gonna need a bigger section than that one. Let's see what that looked like again. I guess we could just set it in there and see. It's all the way down to here. Yeah, I may have to put that whole thing in. Cut it in here. Cut it here. Anyway, let me kind of set it in there, see where I want to cut it, and I'm just going to cut out the whole thing here. I'll mark it with, see, the problem is trying to mark it with black marker, it doesn't show up very good on black. It will on that one. Probably need to use some masking tape and just mark it off and cut it, and then we'll just kind of set it in there, make sure it fits decent, and then we'll cut out the old one and weld these in. So yeah, let me get started with that. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I cut that off right there, and trimmed off that whole section there. Got bugs crawling down my back. Okay, so just used a big screwdriver here and chiseled away all the caulking and everything. This, you can't fit it in there that great because this is sticking up. We could probably, well, you know, I'm going to cut that little section out for now, and then this will go in there, something like that. And we got this little lip here matches this lip. Comes up here. And this lip here will come out here. And then anyway, I'm going to cut that little section out, and we'll set it in there. We'll use a marker and mark along the edge, and then we're going to cut about an inch past that, and we're going to overlap this on there, and we'll pretty it up from the bottom later on. But yeah, we want to see, we got a little hump there, a little hump there. Probably have to grind that out a little bit better. Might be a little bit more caulking in there. But anyway, let me cut this out, and we'll set it back in there, and we'll mark it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, got it all measured out, cut, grinded. I'm going to spray some weld through primer on there. This is the rear frame section. And you see it's good, it's not rotted out or nothing. So I put a piece of tape here and there, and because this floor welds, it didn't have that many welds, like 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. So when that goes in there like that, I'm going to when I got 5 on there, welded in there in 5 spots. So that's basically it there. So let me drill them holes to weld, spray some weld through primer, and then I'm going to use some self-tapper screws and screw it all in there. I think the only spot I got to beat down a little bit is right in there. I think the rest of this fits pretty good. Yeah, and then I got the plug, a weird little plug there, and we'll silicone that in there. Too bad it wasn't open. It would have drained it out instead of rotting it like that. Okay, so yeah, let me do that and I'll be back. Hey Nikki, you want to go in the house? She heard the air blower going. I blew all the dust off me there. I'm fixing to go in. It's only 1 in the morning, but I gotta get up early, and well, I'm gonna come to work on this for a little bit, and then I gotta go out. Okay, so got her all cut, screwed in there, ready to weld, and started doing the other side, but I gotta trim it some more. The seatbelt hole don't line up. So I wanted to put it a little bit higher than this side, so it's more rusty. But anyway, I got to trim that up some more, and then do the same thing as this one. Get them both ready to weld. Yeah, I screwed it right down on that frame rail there. That one went out. So yeah, we'll see you in the morning, and we'll get them in there. And then in the daylight, I'll show. We'll see how good they kind of fit. I know they're not going to fit great, but lots of under bracing under here compared to, I guess you've probably already seen this video where the brace are the actual seat brackets and everything. They went on top, whereas this one they're all underneath. So we gotta be careful. We gotta save them and grind all the welds out and everything, and put those new ones over top. But I think we're gonna save this for another time. The front, we're gonna get the back ones, because like I said, this is 25-30 hours worth of work. I'm just gonna do the 2 back ones for now, and then we're gonna move on to other stuff here and make this, start putting this thing together. So anyway, see you in the morning. Okay guys, back at her again. Okay, I just trimmed this up a little bit better, ground some of this down where I'm going to weld it. Gonna spray some weld through primer. Just after I cut all that out, I didn't bother cutting this area out because that's hidden by the frame. So anyway, the seatbelt hole does line up. Okay, so I got this panel out because it's rotted right in here. So I thought, you know, you would think that this panel would come up and over here, but it doesn't. That's as far as it goes. You got all these slots in here to make it fit. And somebody commented again, oh, they're only through jigs, they're only $59.99. That's for a little patch like this, like that, and then a little one here for the front, and that's each. And it's for a 70 to 74. So 75 to 91 are more expensive. What the differences are, I don't know. So this was the cheapest way to go, especially because I needed all this too. Yeah, 466 bucks is as cheap as you can go. Don't be fooled by the, you know, $59.99 a panel. That's bullshit. So let me just go ahead and just do that like the other side. Screw it down there and we'll weld it. I'm not going to keep coming back because we just had a floor video on the 67, and we just want to get this done, this back done for now, and move on to put some other stuff on. We'll do all these floors later after I I'm kind of sick of doing floors, and you probably don't really want to see me do another one right away. So we'll save these for later, but we'll at least get these 2 back ones in, and we'll start moving. I think I'm going to jack it up, and it's missing all the shocks and the mounts and the sway bar and everything for the rear. I think I'm going to jack it up and put all that on there. Here's the 2 bad panels. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, next morning. I got those floors welded in, but I'm going to grind it just a little bit, smooth it out just a little bit, and then put some primer and paint on them, but not right now. Okay, so moving on with these roof rail moldings. And I got the new weather strip in, but here's the old. We'll start with the driver's side here. This is all bent to shit. Now, I'm not sure which Camaros. My 76 Bumblebee had these, but then I got 2 77s and they don't have them. Then the 80 and 81s do have them. So I don't know what they did. But anyway, I don't have these on the 277s, but I got them on the 80 parts hole. Okay, so that screws up in there like that. Just held by, well, 1, 2, 3, 5 screws. So that screws in there first, and then you would put on this. And they bent the shit out of this one too. So, well, that one wasn't. They didn't do that. That was from something else. Actually, that's where that pillar was repaired, right? So anyway, I just went and took them off the 80 parts hole right here. Not the best chrome. Got a couple little scratches there, but it's not bent. So we got that, and the weather strip channel. But I still got to take some of this out. Well, oh yeah, okay, and then that goes over top. Now the 77s that don't have this chrome, they do have the side chrome here, which goes right here. Strange, huh? Maybe they deleted it for a few years and they decided it was a bad idea and they put it back on. I don't know. But anyway, let me put the good ones on this side. Then we'll worry about the other side. The other side, this channel's not bad, but that little, I put a little rivet on there, I guess. This chrome, she's scratched up, but it's not bent. So we'll probably just put that on, if I can find this. I know that piece is in one of them boxes. So anyway, that's what I want to do, is put them on there. And then we can put the new weather strip in this channel. And if we ever get around to putting these doors together, we can roll up the window and not have weather, rain get in there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, took these off the blue hull. Like I said, it's not very good shape, but better than the other one and better than nothing. And so yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, and then the channel here, 4 pieces on each side. Here's the old ones here. Like I said, they were all bent up, and a couple, one of these pieces were missing. Yeah, I reused the chrome for the passenger side. The one on the blue hull was all smashed in right here. So yeah, it's not the best, but anyway, I got that. Just got to put in the weather stripping. We'll do that later. The sun's just beating down. It's friggin' hot. Gathering up all the rear end stuff so we can jack it up and do it maybe tonight. We got two different sets of rear shocks, and according to this, rear shock bolts, it's probably this type, where they bolt right in there, but I'm not sure. And you see these are short ones, these are real long ones. Those are two front ones, I guess the old ones, because it's got two new front ones on there. So we're not sure what shocks. We'll have to measure the other the other car there and see. This sway bar, I seen where that mounts from the black one. I think these are the mounts, but there's no bushings to them, and they mount to underneath the U-bolts. We don't know if these are right though. So I just gathered up some stuff, and we're going to see if we can. Those shocks seem to be in good shape. Like I said, they had new bushings. I think they were new, but they sure do look real long. And it, like I said, it may be that type. Anyway, those are extra drums and dust shields. We're going to throw them back out in the parts car. The blue whole car, I gathered up. These two seatbelt covers go on the headliner, because I'm pretty sure that these ones were beat up. Yeah. See that one, and I don't know where the other one is. I got to round up two mirrors. They're broke. So yeah. Anyway, I just been going through all these boxes and stuff, looking for sway bar mounts and everything, and that's what I can come up with so far. I can usually find something when I look for the second or third time, but man, just a ton of stuff here to go through. Nikki's ready to go in the house. Nikki, you ready to go in the house? Okay, well, I'll be back when the sun starts going down. Okay guys, out here at night. So, take a look underneath here. There's where the shock bolts up there, and then it bolts into this hole here. Here's do these bolt? Okay, those are the sway bar mounts. They mount right there. Missing a bolt there, or a nut. Bottom of the sway bar goes there, and then the top goes right there. And I think I got two bolts for that. The bolts over there, but so this back piece where they tried to tow it, wrapped it around and ripped it. This back piece here, just the front, is $90 something. I can get that, but you can see the back's all crushed in. If I was to restore the car, I'd probably buy that outer piece and straighten the back. No rust holes or nothing, but it just looks, it needs to be pour 15, but I think a lot of this is just dust and dirt, you know, dirt roads and stuff. I did find some of these bump stops there, but they seem to be intact. But also there's rear end, there's no brake lines or anything to it. So going over the shocks that came with it. Now these two here, they looked too long, but it doesn't have the right mounts. The right mounts are these ones here. See, this would go on the top, and then this would go on the bottom. But they're like used crappy ones, and it looks like the nut is busted off here at the bottom. The stud. Those are the front ones. We don't need them. Got new front ones. These two I had from the Blazer, and I thought they would work. Yeah, they'll bolt up to the top, but they don't bolt at the bottom. We need an end like this at the bottom. So that's what we ran into with this Camaro here. And when I bought some for Bumblebee, they sent me the wrong ones. They sent me ones like this. These, I don't know what they're from. See, this would mount to the bottom. They look new because of the bushings and stuff there. But that won't mount to the top. We need like that. So I'm not sure. I don't think I could mount that in there. And that looks too small. I measured, although it's sitting not on jack stands, just on the ground. It's 21 inches from the top to the bottom here. So it would be, you know, have some weight on it on the parts car. So I think these ones would work. I don't know if they're a little bit shorter than, well, maybe not. Anyway, let me get my tape measure here. They're extended a little bit. Just 24, and if it was some weight on it, it would go down to 21. These ones look too small, like 17. Anyway, need to figure out what to do. Not going to be buying new shocks or nothing. Got these two new ones that were in the package, but unless we can make some type of adapter to fit those two Blazer ones, because they're good. There's the other bracket. These two bolts I rounded up. Hopefully they'll fit with a sway bar, but we don't have the sway bar bushings, unless there's some bushings in this. Some in here, but I don't think they are. The bushings were optional. You got ball joint covers and stuff. So I don't think we got anything. Although I could take one more look through here, but anyway, let me see what I just stick them through the brackets for now and get the bushings later. Later we get her up in there. Okay, let me figure out what to do and I'll be back. Okay, guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cut this end off with my cutting wheel right there, and I'm going to cut this end off and weld that to this. And I went to take this one off and it broke, so I'm going to take this one off this shock, cut that, weld it onto the other one. It'll either hold or it won't, and then we'll bolt it up, throw the rest of this crap out. We can get rid of some of this stuff here. Well, we'll put this stuff in a parts car, and these shocks will go in the shit pile. Anyway, let me do that and I'll be back. Okay, guys. I welded that end on there, so it seems pretty strong. Yeah, and they're good shocks too. I mean, they're not blown. So the good news is it looks like new brake pads and stuff, or, you know, 5 years ago. The drum doesn't look too bad. Just a little rust here that'll sandpaper off. And bad news is they cut the emergency brake cables, both sides. So we don't know if this is the original rear end in here or not. It may be, but yeah, he cut the brake line right there, but needs to be replaced anyway. So I'm not sure about putting on the brake lines and stuff right now. I think I'll leave those brackets off the sway bar. I got them mounted up there on both sides, and wait till I get some bushings See if I can round up some from somewhere. But anyway, shocks are on there. I take the other brake drum off, make sure it looks like this. And I know they'll look really, really small, but I'm thinking I'll put these little Kragers on there. Look better than mismatched oddball ones. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on there. At least 2 on the back for now, since I got the 2 back ones off. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, since I'm here, gonna put these bearings, ground effects, I don't know what you want to call them. Okay, it's bent underneath here, but we're gonna take off these 2 screws. And then it goes in 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there, 2 screws at the bottom. Then it has this clip, which this is bent, and that one's broke. They go in there, and you can get behind them. You'd have to take the interior panel out to get at them if the car was together. But we're gonna go ahead and mount that the best we can. I know you have to take it back off to paint it, but we want the car to look together. And even if I don't sell it and decide to repaint it and restore everything, and I'll have to take these off again anyway. But anyway, there's the other side here. It's missing the missing this clip. It may be in a box in there, but for now, see, they need to be all sanded down and painted. But we just want the car together for now. So let me go ahead and put those on, and then put the 2 Kragers on the back, and we'll see what happens. I think these shocks may be a little bit too high, but I'm not sure. They come off a S10 Blazer. Okay, let me put those on and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got those on. The 2 rear Kragers. So yeah, a few more things on there. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and I threw all them old shocks in the shit pile. These 2, I don't know if they're still good. They're still got the rusty, but still got the thing on there like they're brand new. Now this is going in the parts car. So we'll get rid of some of this stuff, and we just got all that to go. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you the weather strip kit. Laid it out all on here. We're gonna put the roof rail weather stripping on, since we put the channels, chrome and the channels on. That's what this goes into. Okay, so we got 2 of them, 2 to go around the door. We're not going to put them on till we get all the doors together. And then I believe this is the trunk. We already got a trunk. And then these are the belt moldings, inner and outer. Now, I think it was 150 bucks for all this. Now if you buy these separate, which, see, I already have the trunk and the doors left over from Bumblebee, but these are like 85 bucks just for the roof rail, and then these are like $73. So just for those in the roof rail, that's 150. So I buy the whole kit, and I got this free and that free. But now I got 2 sets of these and 2 sets of those that anyway, these, see, one, well, we don't know which is which here. One set goes on the door panels, and the other set there's remnants of it here. Right here. See all these screws? It's going to have the two little deals on there for right there. There's two little for the window. So those go something like that. Yeah. Is that vent or is that? Oh no. Anyway, that'll go there. And then I guess the chrome one with the chrome goes on the door panel. So, yeah, here's remnants of the door weather stripping. It's mostly there, but we're not going to put that on until after we put the door together, latches and everything in there, door handles, and make sure it opens and closes just perfect. Then we'll put on the weather stripping. I'm going to be jacking around with it without weather stripping. It's going to be really tight. So yeah, so the roof rail slides in here. I'm taking air blower and blow all that out. I did scrape all the old stuff off. And it had a little bit of glue. But anyway, just stick it in those grooves there all the way down. So let me put that on there and the outer ones of these. We'll save the door panel ones for later. So let me put them on there and I'll be back. Okay guys, next morning. Got the weather stripping in there and the belt molding on there. Hopefully I can find the good piece of chrome and clips that go across there. We had a bunch of them, but they're all bent up. Might be able to find a good set. So here's the flares on it in the daylight. Again, put the belt molding and stuff on here. So it looks a lot better. It's cloudy today. I think it's supposed to be cloudy all day today. There's rain going on a ways away. And it's supposed to just be a high of 88 instead of 100, 101 the last few days. So hopefully I get some more work done today. But there's supposed to be a 30%, 40% chance today, but I don't think it's going to hit here. But then 20 and 30% the next few days. So I'm just going to grind this down a little bit and put some primer and paint on those rear floors just in case water gets in there and starts rusting it again. So I'm going to do that and we'll move on. I'm thinking about putting the doors together, but I'll go over some of this stuff and figure out what I want to put on next. But right now I'm going to cut down some weeds and stuff and get the burn barrel going and burn some of this stuff here. So I'm going to get that going and then I'll be back. We'll be back working on it. Okay, I'll be back. Hey guys, I got my pressure washer out here and we're going to clean these seats best I can and throw them in the shed. I didn't do the driver's side seat because it's all just foam, torn up too much. They'll probably all be recovered like I did Bumblebee, but so I'm gonna hose it down like this a few times and then get some soap, spray it in there. Then after that, get some soap and scrub it in there real good. See how much of this stuff we can get out of there. Yeah, it'll all have to be recovered. I just noticed that it's all cracking on the top there. I was thinking the back seat might be good, but Well, probably good enough to sell it as a roller. I don't know how much of this stuff's going to come out of there, but anyway, let me do that and I'll be back and show you. Well guys, it got real bright and sunny out, so I went in after cleaning these seats, and 10 minutes later it got all dark and a big thunderstorm rolled through. It lasted about 20 minutes. So I had these seats out here to dry and now they're soaked again. But anyway, yeah, most of the stains came out of it. So that's pretty good. I don't know, this seat looks a little bit bent or something. I don't know. It looks kind of... I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna put them in the shed, leave them in there. The driver's seat, like I said, it's just foam. Everything's ripped apart on it, and I think the tracks are all... We're gonna have to do something to get that going, but not right now. I knew I should have painted this back seat, or back floor brace here. It got a little bit wet in there, not too bad though. Anyway, I need to grind that down and put some primer and paint on it. And I think, well, since that thunderstorm rolled through, it's gotten cooler and there will be no bugs. Oh shit. I don't know. My pin here ripped. Roof. Did it rip? Yeah. She split right down the middle. Oh well, shit. That didn't last too long, did it? This is Nikki's dog pen here. Keep the sun out of the way, but oh well. I don't know if I can repair it or not, but not right now. Yeah, I got a little windy. Okay, I think I'm gonna bring over a driver's door. I got a bunch of regulators and stuff, handles and everything there, but just like everything else, will probably be a missing part or two. Plus I need the glass. The car had no door glass. It's all busted out. So I got those extra doors. I'm going to bring over one of them doors with the glass in it, and between it and that stuff we can put together. We need to put on a new handle. There's a little baggie with the locks. Probably put the lock on there, the handle, the mirror, and everything. Everything's gutted from it, so we gotta. It might be a while, but I'm gonna attempt to get all that put in. So anyway, I'll be back later. Okay guys, I brought this door up. It's all bashed in. Pretty sure this is off the blue parts car, the hole, because it was silver and then someone painted it blue. Well, anyway, there's glass in it. But yeah, it's bashed up real bad. So if anything's bent, hopefully we'll have the parts over there. If not, well, we got another door. We got a couple. I got four extra doors from them, and plus I got 2 doors, so we're gonna have more than enough parts to get on with. But yeah, once the glass and stuff is out of here, this thing go in the shit pile. It ain't good for nothing. We'll save some of these door panel parts, as these things are like $100. But yeah, the door panels are shot, but these little handles and stuff will save them. Okay, well, I'm gonna break her down here in a little bit, and there's a glass right there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm out here. Figure I'll put the latch and door handle inner and outer on there. First, I got the window and stuff out. The window over here, I don't know if you can see it. I got a lot of the door apart, but found the regulator and everything to fit this, so they're riveted in there, so I don't have to take the rivets out of that one because I'll use the one that was for this. So this was a latch that was for this in the boxes. So I put it all together, and it don't click on the striker. Pull it in there, it won't click shut. So that door did. So I went ahead and put that one in there. Those are the new door handles. I had to put a spring and a clip and stuff on it. So I got that hooked up. Got to put a rivet in this. But anyway, it latches, closes, opens. Okay, so I take the locks right here. Hang on, let me redo this. Little baggie with the two locks. Don't know why they took all these clips and stuff off. You know, you don't have to do that to oh, I don't know. And then the trunk lock is here, right? So the keys were in it, but they look awful worn to be for this car. But it was all the way on, and then to get it off, I had to do the column, put it in park, and turned it off, and checked this key onto these locks. Nothing. It won't do nothing. And I tried to put it back in here. It won't turn. Nothing. So I don't know how they had it. It must have been on, and they found these keys and just shoved them in there. It would have been nice to have the keys. Now I gotta spend like 40 bucks to get a lock set. Well, no more than that. 40 bucks for the two doors and the trunk. And then probably 30 or 40 bucks for the ignition key. So shit. I got all excited that I had the keys for it, but anyway. So we got that in there. I guess we can start putting the door. Yeah, that's a regulator that I found in the boxes. So yeah, I guess we can start putting that together. Well, okay. That's one click, 2 clicks. Sound a lot better with the new weather stripping on there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, next morning. Looks like it might rain. Anyway, show you what I did last night. Got the window in. Okay, everything is in except the mirror right here, and I got a few other things I want to do. I want to put on the weather stripping. This is kind of weird because this is the weather strip they give me, and then this just doesn't do nothing to seal out anything, just a piece of decorative chrome. But it's bent to shit because what they did was they went like that and took it off instead of taking it off properly. So they bent the edges here. Whether I got enough clips, I know I robbed some clips to do Bumblebee. I'll see if I I just as soon do away with them. Grind these off. Now, see on this door, they got this weather. Now this is supposed to be 81 also. So this 81 plain V6 Camaro is 81 Z28. See, they got a piece of chrome on this weather stripping here, which is fine with me, but this one didn't come with the chrome. Come with the chrome for the door panel, but not this. So anyway, I got that to do. The mirrors, I'll show you them here in a minute. So if you didn't have a door together and window and regulator and everything on there, this would be very difficult to do, trying to put back together that someone took everything apart. So I'll probably show you a little bit better detail on the passenger door, but to go over it, you would take the you gotta grind these factory rivets off there, and you would do the regulator first. Well, first I did the door handle and the latch, but for the window and stuff, this regulator here, these 4 screws, and then there's a little, from here to here's a little guide that this one here goes into. See the little, I know you can see it, little roller. So you just unbolt that, take them 4 rivets, and then take it out. But first of all, you got to unbolt the window itself, which is on this track here, and it's just 2 bolts. Then you slide the window out. Then you would slide this out, or yeah. And then it's got 2 tracks. Got 1 track here and 1 track here, and then you put those tracks in last. And I did this side and then that side. So yeah, without going back and forth looking, if you were just given the parts in a bucket and say put it together, it'd be a little difficult. Knowing how all these little rubber clip here for the door handle deals, plastic clips here for the door lock. Oh, then you got to take out these little guides here, little guides, and that keeps the window tight. Make sure these little felt things are on there, because if you're directly metal on metal, you're going to scratch the door. So I did have these rivets and a big rivet gun. Put them in there, and then this is the 1 track here, bolts in there, 2 in there, and then this track here, you got to take that little deal off that track and just pull it through here to get it up through here. Won't come up with this bracket on there, but that anyway, that bolt's there and there, and you would put them in last. And then this is just your little adjuster to how far you want the window to go down. You can take that out and pull the roll the window down farther, so you can get at them screws if you wanted to do them, that weather strip molding, belt molding. And then of course, you see some lube there. I lubed up all the tracks and everything, so it rolls up and down good. Both regulators work. I'm going to cut the regulator out of this one and save it, and probably the hinges. Then this whole, I don't know, the door handle's still good too, isn't it? I take that off and then just throw this in the scrap pile. It's no good. Okay. So yeah, she lines up really good on the weather stripping. She's a little tight, but that's it. Not bad. Okay, so she's almost done. Still pissed off I gotta buy the door locks and ignition locks and stuff now. So yeah, the both factory mirrors are broke. This one was in a car. I forget if I took that off of something. And then this one was busted. So see, both mirrors are broke. That's the passenger there. I know you can probably just replace that glass, which I should probably do, because these mirrors are expensive to buy used. This one's got a big chip in it there in the corner. Anyway, we'll have to do something with them. If I put those other mirrors on, I'll have to spray some gold. Okay, so that's the passenger regulator. So that's what it looks like. Then these are the tracks. They actually got a couple extra tracks here, I think. No, maybe not. Anyway, this was this was this side, and then this would be the other side. You put them in last, and then that's the where the window bolts to right on this side here. You would take out those two nuts there and slide the window out. You see the old glass there, and then yeah, so we're getting somewhere. Got a couple extra door handles and stuff. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to go over. Well, I'm gonna do the same thing with this door here. So we'll although the latch is in this one, nothing's hooked up to it. I don't even know if it'll latch. There's some extra bolts and stuff in here. We'll clean the bottom, some old glass down in there. We'll clean that out. Okay, well, let me finish up the little stuff on that door, then we'll start on this one, start getting it together. And then all we'll have left to seal it up is the windshield. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, a couple things I forgot to mention. This, I looked up on all them websites, Nasty Z28 and a couple other ones. Then I just asked AI, and of course it scours all through websites, and it found stuff that I couldn't find. Now it says that the color of this right here, this brownish, is either called doe skin or dark doe skin, and it was introduced in 1981. So apparently this is the first year that they used this brown color. And that SEM, who makes all the factory vinyl paints, they don't make that color. But we don't know for sure if it's called doe skin or dark doe skin. But no, it wouldn't matter too much. But the problem is the whole dash and the console is this color too. See, so that's why I mainly wanted to get touch-up paint or paint. So just in case I get we'll have to paint that dash after it's repaired. If I repair it, probably not to sell it as a roller, but if I do restore it, I'll repair it and paint it. And I want this color. But right now, it's, you know, I can't find no color chips. There's one set of color chips, but it's a little teeny picture, and you go to expand it, and it's all blurry. You can't tell what colors are in the chips. So I don't know what color this is, so I think, because I want to paint it before I put the windshield in. So I think what I'm going to have to do is paint it black. Paint it flat black, semi-gloss, or whatever, matte black, all this, and then deal. Well, this is the same color too, steering column. See how faded this is compared to that. So, yeah, and I'd probably want to paint the column maybe. So anyway, this is going to have to go black. And I put the windshield in and worry about the color. If I got to paint this console and the dash later. If I didn't mention that weather stripping kit was made in China. So I'm just trying to keep track of where everything's coming from, what everything's stamped. Like I said, coming across a lot that aren't stamped at all where they're made. So I'm just letting you guys know as I buy stuff. And you know, the Liberation Day 2.0 just happened yesterday. Although we give it another seven day grace period. August 7th is going to take effect. The Taiwan, which we got those panels, all the panels from there, they went from 10% to 20%. So price will probably go up on them. And then, you know, so Taiwan's 20% tariff and then 25% auto parts tariff. So it's a 45% tariff on Taiwan parts. So nobody's going to be able to eat 45%. So prices will go up. And then, I don't know, he put a big one on tariff, or on India, where we got some parts from the other day. I can't remember what they were. Something was all made in India. So anyway, I'm just giving you guys updates on all that stuff, and I got everything in my eBay thing of what I buy, and every month or so I'm gonna check, and whatever I buy, like I did in one video, but in case you missed it, whatever I buy will be listed, and then I can click that, and it'll go to the exact same item by the exact same seller of what it is today. And that's where I got, I don't know, there was probably 20 items that went up since May 3rd. And the rest will go up, most likely. And that's the only way you can keep track. Because if you buy something, you don't know what it was. If you go to buy something right now that you never bought before, well, you don't know what the price used to be May 3rd before the tariffs, auto parts tariffs. So how you know if it's going to go up or if it's gone up or not? Well, I do, because I've already bought all these parts. So that's why I'm letting you guys know. Just for the non-believers, there's still people posting, oh, they're not going up in price. I buy parts too. Yeah, bullshit. They're all gone up, and everybody's already announced it. Whether it's Walmart and AutoZone and all them, they've already announced the prices are going up due to tariffs. So don't believe that that it doesn't affect prices. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on. You know, it's part of building a car. It's part of the cost of building a car is buying auto parts and supplies and stuff. And when they go up, then it costs you more money to build a car. So I'm letting you guys know. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I just wanted to add this to to the section about the tariffs. Now we'll get some comments. Oh, the part only went up $8, $9. What are you pissing and moaning about? If you buy like 50 parts a month, add that up times $9. That's $450 extra I'm paying in tariff fees. You know, we pay the tariffs. The other countries don't. So then some other comment, oh, just be happy you're helping to pay off the debt. Yeah, well, nobody has mentioned where this money's going. It's being collected. There's all this talk about rebate checks coming out and all this crap. Nobody knows. It's just sitting there. And how much is actually coming in? Well, we don't know. First it was 20 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion. Do you know the interest on our national debt is $1 trillion a year? So if he brings in 100 billion in tariffs, that's one-tenth of the interest. Okay, so just to get the interest payment paid, he would have to 10 times the tariffs. So if they're, 45% now on Taiwan, well, he would have to do 450% on everything just to get the interest, and then you can start paying off the debt. So none of this makes sense, guys. We don't know where the money's going or what it's for. $100 billion is nothing. Congress can spend that in 5 minutes. So that's what I'm pissed off about. $450 a month extra. Back in the 90s, that was my mortgage payment. Now, what is it? A car payment? Is it, just think if your rent, your mortgage, your electric all of a sudden went up $450. Would you like it? No. And I certainly don't like it, and I'm going to speak out against it. People in this country are against taxes. Why all of a sudden there's a small group of people that likes these taxes, these tariffs? That's all they are. Tariffs are taxes. Why do you like that? This is, we shouldn't like any taxes. That's all this is. It's just you're being duped into paying taxes on everything. Other countries have it. They call the VATS tax, and they put taxes on stuff. Well, that's what we got now, but it's disguised as tariffs, and it's for the good of the country. Yeah, to me it's all bullshit. Okay, I just wanted to add that. Okay, guys, got the other door up here, tearing it down. There's the glass. It's tinted. We'll have to scrape all that off, clean it up. Yeah, it was a lot faster after you're done one. How everything comes apart. This latch, I found a dead mouse carcass in there. This latch is in there, but it don't latch. It don't stay. See, it doesn't. Like the other one, a little bit better than the other one, but so I got to take all that from that door, put it in here. At least I won't have to do it twice like the first door. And like I said, we already got the regulator out from the other door, so you don't have to drill this rivets out. I did round up 2 good pieces of chrome, or better. This one's got a ding right there. But yeah, that goes over top of that weather stripping there. I had to rob one off the black 80 Z28. So on the 80 Z28, we'll probably just grind them rivets and leave these off and get the other weather stripping that has a chrome. It's the only thing I can think of other than buying new ones of them. Rounded up 2 decent mirrors. We're going to sand them down and paint it gold with this wheel paint that I bought, spray can. We'll paint them gold and just put them on there so it looks complete. I think that's all I did. Okay, well, and here's the 2 deals there. That goes on that side, that goes on this side. So yeah, it should go a lot quicker. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. Hear the thunder, it's about to storm or something. But anyway, just wrapping up what I did last night. I got all this door and all that all put together. So got that done. I just put some 415 around them welds, and later after that dries I'll put some black paint over everything on the back. So ordered door lock set. It's like 65 bucks, and yeah, there's some on there for like 15-20 bucks, but apparently these are only 79 to 81, especially the trunk. I know the trunk's specially designed lock. It's not a generic, because a lot of them cheap sets, they just say, oh, if it's any GM. Yeah, well, some of them ignition locks are different too, so you better make sure you get the right one, because if not, you'll be returning them or being pissed off. So anyway, I bought the whole ignition lock, door locks, and trunk lock, 65 bucks with tax. Ordered the 2 sway bar bushings. They were 18, well, 18 plus tax, close to 20 bucks. I put some 415 on that too. But yeah, anyway, painted the mirrors with that gold paint that I painted this with, mounted them on there. So it's looking more complete. It just pissed me off I got to do that ignition. Damn it, it's just locked. The key won't turn now. I think it was just stuck, turned over, and then the key come out like that, like old, old GM cars. You could take the key out. Somebody took the key out, and then later on they found a set of keys and stuck it in there, and it fit, because it was turned this way, and they thought, oh, those are the keys for it. No, they're not. They don't fit none of the locks. Pissed me off. Spend all that time doing that, and spending 65 bucks. Okay, so I think that'll wrap up this video. Got quite a bit done, but we got a long ways to go. Next video, I think I'm just gonna, like I said, I think I'm just gonna paint this matte black, and I'll go order a windshield. I ordered that urethane that's really tough to do by hand. So I went and spent the money and bought a electric Coke tube dispenser thing. So because I got to do this one and that one. So yeah, that should come in next week. So next week I'm going to start on this, and we'll seal the window up, and that way the whole thing will be sealed up. So yeah, should do that next video. I'll probably start putting on the firewall stuff, wiper motor, maybe the AC stuff. Man, and then maybe, I don't want to do all these floors at once. Maybe do one section of the floor so we can do other stuff. Anyway, that's the next on that. And then this one here, next video we're going to do that cowl piece, and I bought a roof brace up. It goes up underneath here, and then I got to get a windshield for this one. So I'll take off this. So this will be the next video, and then this one after that. So yeah, it's coming along. Still got a long ways to go. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.